Dave made this beat.
Welcome to Say Like a Champ, episode 137. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy. What's up, everybody?
Back in the building already. We got a few slackers checking in. So we might as well go ahead and get this thing rolling. We got Bell in the building. Yeah. Hey, y'all, happy Tuesday. We got Moms in the building and also Kelly as well. So already another Tuesday, already another episode of SLAC for everybody. Also got Pops checking in. But before we get to our main topics, as we always do, Strizzy, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot done these past couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Some fun stuff, man. I got my LLC's been submitted, so hopefully I'll know that, it should be approved. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't be. So hopefully I get approved sometime either late this week or really early next week. I locked down my domain name for the website name. I just finished up this video that I did for this app called Dr. Kegel. It's a health and sports fitness app for men. So okay. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of stuff been going on this last say like week or so, and God is definitely good, man. I feel real blessed, and everyone who's been, background, you guys, you, Marcus, the fam, all that stuff like that. Can't appreciate y'all enough. But it's been a good week.
Absolutely.
How about you?
Absolutely. I'm doing well. But no, always good to hear about some things, going legit. We've definitely been working on a lot. So always supporting, always here for you. And just like our slackers that are always here for us, we appreciate y'all so much. Stephanie Washington always also in the building. So that's what it is. We know that, we make time for the things we love. We love to talk sports. And every time y'all make time for us, we feel that love. So let's go ahead and get it popping. We appreciate the engagement. I think we're going to go ahead and jump into our first topic of the day.
Let's do it.
What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL Talk. Let's get it. All right, NFL Talk. Starting off with a little bit of actually somber news that we had to definitely address. Over the weekend, we had the untimely passing of Dwayne Haskins, who was actually involved in who was actually struck by a vehicle while he was attempting to cross the highway early Saturday morning down in Florida while he was training. And just really sad news. We definitely wanted to acknowledge it, and just really shocking how young he was and how much he still potentially had to give to the NFL and also just to his friends and family. So definitely wanted to get your thoughts on that though. And let that be known to acknowledge him.
No, for sure, man. It's definitely extremely sad. 24 years old. That's a kid. You know what I mean? Like that's a kid. That's somebody's son. That's somebody's brother. You know what I mean? Like so it's extremely sad to hear. And also kind of like it made me think a little bit this weekend. I saw something. I can't remember who said it. But I think it was on Twitter. They were saying, it makes you think about all the kind of like the negative things you say about these athletes as athletes, not as people, but as athletes. And then when they're gone, it kind of puts it in retrospect. Like, I myself have talked about him as like just not doing it as a quarterback and stuff like that and the league. So, I myself am going to take a step back a little bit when it comes to these guys and just kind of, life's way too short. And, I didn't know him personally, but it's extremely unfortunate, like some of the stuff I said about him, although they weren't super negative, you know what I mean? It's just more along the lines of like, could have spoken a little bit higher of him in a sense. Like he's somewhere that I never got to get to. So, at the end of the day, he's still doing better than, or was doing better than me, unfortunately. But still extremely sad, man. It's so sad.
No, definitely. And I understand what you're saying too, because it does put it into perspective. Like at the end of the day, these are people that just happen to have their careers play out in front of millions and kind of get that criticism and this and that. But at the end of the day, like you said, there's still people, they still have families and friends to go home to. So very sad. And Pops alluded to it too. The media even in reporting his death started out with how he was kind of not catching on and kind of not living up to potential before, like as in reporting his death, which is just, it was just bad taste for sure.
Exactly.
So I think it put into a perspective for a lot of people. I do want to thank those other SLACers that are jumping in as well. We got Marcus, we got Unk, we got Grace as well joining in. So yeah, on to some other interesting and different news too. Negative news about the NFL. Again, the Washington Commanders in the spotlight now for financial issues. They've had a couple of specific occurrences or offenses that have been discovered, and so now the actual U.S. House Oversight Committee is getting involved. Mainly, they withheld ticket revenue from other teams, and then also they didn't pay back deposits to season ticket holders that were supposed to be refundable. So, with the Washington team being in so much issues with their name, also with sexual harassment and in the workplace, racism, and then now here with the financial issues, it's getting to a point where the NFL's, I assume, tired of this and might take action. I'm not sure, but
yeah,
this is some more breaking news.
Yeah, that's funny. You caught me reading Anthony's message too. I'm glad you put it up there. Yeah, man, I saw this too. I alluded to it right before we're talking to you, right before the show started tonight. And we've always talked about how bad of an owner Snyder is for the Commanders, and the league, they're always reprimanding players for not representing the league at its best, right? So I think at a certain point in time, you got to look at doing the same thing, like Anthony alluded to, Donald Sterling, as far as making Snyder step down as owner of the Commanders. I think it's time.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that develops. Again, this is just a story that kind of came out earlier this afternoon, but definitely wanted to bring it up as there's not much going on in the NFL right now. So, definitely wanted to talk about this and just see. But yeah, after the whole Gruden thing with the emails, it's just been a string of issues. So we'll see what happens with the Commanders. We'll kind of report on that some more going forward. Something a little bit more positive, the NFL draft. We talked about this a little bit last week. We're still preparing, but some images came out of what the Vegas setup could look like. And the top left is kind of what the stage may be. They may have they're talking about oversized playing cards and things like that. And then the back, the bottom right is kind of the back half that will open up to the big Ferris wheel there. So this should look pretty tight. They may still involve the fountains as well, but teams are definitely preparing for the draft, and that we're looking forward to it. We'll talk more on it, I guess, as it kind of gets closer though.
Yeah.
But Shrizzy, you ready for the draft?
I'm ready for the draft. I'm ready for the draft to be over. So already, I want to, not over in a bad way, but me, man, I don't know what my team's doing yet. I have no idea where their thoughts are going. And they might go left tackle, or, they might go quarterback. You never know what quarterbacks. A bunch of big name quarterbacks could completely plummet, and then the 6th round guy could be the next greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know how quarterbacks are going to go, but. I'm ready to kind of see where we're going quarterback wise, going into OTAs and stuff like that. I know the players are getting back into the office, and they're starting to train again. So we'll see what happens, but I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, for sure. I'm excited too. I'm wondering if I actually am curious if Stephanie Washington's going to make it out to any of the draft festivities. Anthony was talking about the draft is in Kansas City next year, and then he's definitely going to try to go to that one. Okay. Stephanie says she wants to check out the draft, but the crowd's parking traffic. Yeah, they're talking about shutting down parts of the strip, so that's going to be pretty crazy. So I don't know, but I am looking forward to the draft. Pops and I will be on hand to watch that. He says lots of Georgia Bulldogs to go in the first round. Go Dogs! I am excited to see that too. I always watch for the Georgia players to see where they're going to get drafted, and this year I'm not going to have to wait too long, I don't think. So that's exciting. Also want to welcome Dee to the show. Hey, Dee, thanks for joining us again. She says, hi, champs. Hello to you. Hope you're doing well this evening. Couple other notes about football, but we'll dive more into them a little bit. But the USFL is starting this weekend. They're having their debut games, and this is another spring football league trying to make a run for it. We'll see how they do, but I have a feeling that they have the right finances in place to at least make it through one season. So we'll see.
Crossing
the fingers. But also some other news came out that we'll talk a little bit more about in the future. But the XFL apparently has secured a partnership with the NFL and the NFL Academy, basically to kind of train some of those players, and the players that are in the NFL Academy, which is like a development program, will have an automatic option to participate in the XFL. So they're trying to partner up and make it more of like a feeder league to where it's really more like a minor leagues, how baseball has. So that partnership is in place, and apparently they're supposed to be ramping up, but they're not going to take place until after next season. So after next NFL season. So the XFL still has a ways to go, and apparently they're getting in some trouble too, with Anthony Weston talking about they're getting sued as well. So we'll see. But that's a couple things that we'll talk about a little bit more, but that's all we really have for NFL talk. Like we said, gearing up for the draft. Free agency has basically quieted down all the way. There's not really any transactions going on at this point. So, so we'll continue to monitor. But for now, we'll move on to our next topic.
Just respond with the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Got it.
All right. Jacket.
Travel.
Butterfly.
Foul.
Goat.
Kobe.
Subway.
Double dribble.
Okay. We're getting to some things. Let me try one more here. Spider.
Mitchell.
Okay, just as I suspected. All right, I have it. I think I know what it is. I think I have the diagnosis, and
Just give it to me straight, Doc. How much time I got left, man?
You're gonna be okay. But it's a serious case of NBA talk.
NBA talk.
All right, NBA talk. The play-in tournament is actually on right now, and we're going to give you guys an update on the score. But the play-in tournament starting today and tomorrow, as the official season wrapped up on Sunday. I tried to lay it out in this graphic here. It's kind of complicated the way the play-in works, and I couldn't find anything to just like outright steal. I'm going to be honest, I would have if I could have. So. And hopefully we can follow it before giving you an update on the net score. But basically what happens is the games that are happening tonight, whoever wins each of those games is in as the number 7 seed. And then whoever loses those games tonight will play the winner of tomorrow night's games for the 8 seed. So you got the 7-8, they get an automatic go in. And then, those bottom 2 teams, they have to win 2 games in a row to get in to the 8 seed. So that's how that's working out, and that's the scenarios. But Strizzy, how do you feel about the play-in in general?
Man, I'm glad you asked, my brother. I'm glad you asked. But honestly, I can't stand the play-in. I think the play-in I think it's horrible. I think the only reason why the play-in even exists is because, it hurts the NBA when LeBron James and Steph Curry and the Warriors aren't in the playoffs, right? And it happened 2 years in a row, and then all of a sudden the play-in comes into fruition, right? So I think that's why the play-in exists. I don't think otherwise, this would have happened years ago, I think. So not a big fan of the play-in. Win your games, right? Even if you're a bottom seed, 7 or 8, just be better than the other seeds that are, trying to get to that 7th and 8th spot.
Right.
But having to extend games means, there's a game or 2 extra for players to potentially be hurt. You know what I mean? Which is, again, it's only 1 or 2 games, but still, it's more games that they need to play just to get in. Get to 8, get in, and if you're not, better luck next year. But I've never been a fan of the plan.
Yeah, I agree. They kind of created the concept because of the shortened season, in 2020, where they were trying to figure out a fair way to do it. And then that concept actually, they kept it. It held forward. But I think they're trying to recreate the magic of those sometimes rare seasons where those last final games do matter and do change the playoff position. But I think it is kind of overblown. And they're just trying to basically extend and get more playoff type advertisement money.
Right.
Pop says he agrees playing is a complete joke. Anthony Weston, though, he says go Hornets, and I would like to see MJ's team do well, but but yeah, the play-in is kind of a weird concept, but we'll see. I don't know. The Nets are currently beating the Cavaliers, and if they were to go on, then they would be the 7 seed, and then that other game is starting in a little bit. So
right, and they'll play the Bucks, right? Bucks are 2. I think they locked up 2.
Yeah. So we'll look at it. We'll look at it in just a second. Actually, we'll pull up the whole playoff matchup so we can see those other matchups too. Because we definitely want to kind of get some predictions flowing. You know what I'm saying? Start getting in that mindset. So this is the play-in though. I don't know. I think that I don't know if there's any realistic team that can make a run out of here besides the Nets.
Right.
Maybe the Clippers, though. I don't know if Kawhi is going to come back or not. So
It's not looking like it, but you never know with Kawhi.
right,
He
they
plays
might get into some
when
meaningful
Kawhi wants to
games.
play.
Exactly, they might get into some meaningful games. All of a sudden, he's back in. So we'll see. But I did want to have a quick MVP discussion. We know this won't be announced for like a couple more weeks, but did want to talk about kind of that race and just get your thoughts and the Slackers' thoughts on what it is and what they think it is based on the final conclusion of the season. Right now that the season is over, Jokic made history. The first player to do that, which is pretty cool. 2,000, 1,000, and 500. But again, another way to just look at statistics. But he did his thing. On the right hand side, I just have the main candidates and then a couple of sleepers in the bottom. But who do you have for MVP at this point, Strizzy?
It's really tough, you know what I mean? Like, Joel Embiid can be a jokester sometimes, but I am a fan of his game. I love the fact that you can dump the ball into him down low. He can spread the floor because he can't shoot the rock. So I do enjoy his game, and it would have been nice for him to get that MVP this year. But I also, it's kind of the GOAT debate, right? It's like, but giving it to Joker also makes sense. He literally stands in a league of his own, a league of his own in a sense with the 2,000, 1,500. You look at the players that come before him who do what they do, who never had a season like this. You know what I mean? LeBron, for an example, he gets the points and the assists, but he hasn't reached that rebound mark. And same thing with like Brody. He gets the rebounds and the assists, but doesn't get the scoring mark, right?
Right.
But I gotta say that the Nuggets, I feel like because of the team aspect of it, they're obviously not going to win as many games without Joker. But I think without Joel Embiid and of course Harden coming in later, I feel like without Joel Embiid and Harden doesn't get there, I think the 76ers are looking at a lottery season. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I feel like if this is going to be Embiid's year, Embiid is going to be this year. So I kind of would have liked him to win it, but I can't be mad if Joker does.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Anthony Weston's going with Embiid for MVP too. I think he was very close. And like you said, this might have been the closest chance he'd have to it, but I don't think it is this year. Doncic, I just put him up there as kind of a sleeper just because he actually did work this year. And without him, the Mavs are really, they started off bad as it is.
Yeah.
And he averaged like 28, 9, and 8. So that is a great year, but yeah, I think it's going to go to Jokic. Even though it's like I hate to see a repeat, but I don't know.
Right.
And even Giannis balled out this year, so it could go anywhere. But we'll see. Pop says Giannis for me, but Joker wins again. Embiid at least got blocked by Giannis.
I feel you, Pops. And you know what? I will say this too.
Mad at Embiid.
I will say this too. I gotta say, man, like a lot of critics have been going after like Harden and Embiid a little bit as far as like, if Embiid didn't hit or average so many free throws a game, he averages like 15 points a game or 14 points a game or something like that. So, him and Harden be working the rules a little bit, but I do see what he's saying. I love Giannis. Giannis is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite player in the NBA right now. That dude he motivates me, you know what I'm saying? like that man motivates me to be a better person, just a better all around, But yeah, I feel you, Pops. I totally understand your feelings towards Embiid, especially 76ers being your team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree. So it could be anybody on the board, really, except for Tatum. But yeah, Giannis, I do have to say, Giannis is really, really good. Like watching him play, I think if he was American, like he would be like the face of the NBA already, like way more. You know what I'm saying? Like even a bigger superstar. But yeah, that's an interesting one too. So we'll see on that one. But let's talk about the first round of the playoffs a little bit.
Yeah.
Here we see the play-in teams are on the side, and they're kind of nearest to who they would play if they won tonight, on those bottom ones. But we got the Suns, Heat, Celtics, and Grizzlies waiting for their opponents still. On the West Coast, though, Mavs I'm sorry, not Mavs. Yeah, Mavs, Jazz. What do you think about that matchup?
Mavs versus Jazz?
Yeah.
It kind of sucks because, as Anthony mentioned earlier, Luka with the strained calf. But the Jazz, to me, they've looked really flat. They've won their last couple of games towards the end of the season, like their last 2-3 games or whatever. But prior to that, with everybody healthy, I think that missing a couple of pieces to season injuries, and then the trade that they did with their boy to the Kings. I'm forgetting his name right now. But I think that kind of really hurt them too, in a sense. So like, I mean, if Luka's healthy enough, it could be a first round exit. But I also think that the Mavs might not have enough support for Luka to get through the Jazz. So the Jazz might actually be able to get through the second round just because team wise they have way more pieces to compete than the Mavs do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that they might just based off the team. But yeah, if Luka's healthy, I hope that Luka gets through. I'm going with the Mavs. I'm rooting for the Mavs in that one.
Same.
Let's talk about on the East Coast. Let's talk about the Sixers and the Raptors.
Interesting matchup. I would like to, it kind of stinks because it's like I don't really care about too much about either team. You know what I mean? Like neither one is like my team or so, but 76ers should be able to get it done. I think Harden has done well in that point guard, position in the sense of distributing the ball. Mm-hmm. But as always in the playoffs, the 76ers are going to need more from him from a scoring standpoint and a sufficient scoring standpoint for them to go far to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, let alone the NBA Finals. You know what I mean? Harden's been struggling with the shot. He hasn't been shooting very well. And if he continues to do what he usually does, he disappears in the playoffs, 76ers can be looking at a early exit.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I don't think that'll happen against the Raptors, though, but I do think they'll face trouble later on down the road. We'll see. Anthony Weston says 76ers because Toronto doesn't have an answer for Embiid. I agree with that, too. So,
yeah, I definitely agree with that as well.
Let's talk Bucks Bulls. I think the Bucks roll them. I don't think that this will be too close.
Yeah, same.
Not much to really say on that one. Let's go back over then Warriors Nuggets. This could be an interesting one. I think that the Warriors, I hope Steph Curry is really, really healthy for sure. The Warriors, I just feel like it sucks to see them like several years in a row just have these playoff issues where it's like, they're not their full team or whatever. So we'll see what they got, but I think that they should be able to get it done. I don't know how deep they can go though, the way it's looking.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they get out of the first round. I think they can get out of the first round, but second round is going to be tough. My prediction is Suns Grizzlies, man. Suns Grizzlies.
That would be a crazy Western Conference Finals for sure.
Yeah.
Anthony Weston says, is Murray playing? I don't think so yet. I don't know, but they did talk to him recently about potentially being available for the first round, but I don't think he's going to be ready to go for at least the first couple games. So
for sure.
Pop says Warriors if Curry's healthy. So yeah. All right, the other matchups are not set yet. Obviously, though, that they will start before we get back together as a group here. The weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we'll have both those teams. So we'll speculate a little bit more on those. But I feel like those top seeds are kind of favored in most of those. I don't really see anybody either making any too much noise except for maybe the Nets. If they're playing the Celtics, that'll be an interesting matchup. But
definitely.
But we have somebody piloting in real quick. Do want to add one more member to our panel real quick. The esteemed Mad Marcus. What's good, brother?
What's good, my boy?
Uh-oh. I don't think we got you. Well, I don't think we got your audio. Unless it's just me. No?
No, I can't hear him either.
But Marcus, I'll set you up real quick while you're working on that. We were just talking about the playoff matchup, so I definitely want to get your take on those series that are already set. Not yet. Strizzy, give us a preview on your Heat real quick, Ben.
Yeah, man. It's kind of crazy. I always talk about how much I love Spoelstra, and I love even with the first seed locked up, he was still kind of messing with the rotation and stuff a little bit. And a couple of games ago, you saw our bench. It was Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo went for like 60. I think Tyler had like 35, and I think Oladipo like 29. And then they shot, and then they also put I forget who it was. I think it was Max. I think they put him in the starting lineup and also had Duncan coming off the bench. And the secondary it just lights out, man. It was crazy. It was actually really fun to see. And I think Victor Oladipo had a 40-point game the other night as well. So I think that was actually really cool too to see. Hopefully he's healthy enough to continue that in the playoffs. If we're not playing the Nets, I feel great against who we're playing in the first round. So But the Nets, with KD and Kyrie, it doesn't matter who they're playing. They're X factors who are always going to be able to upset whoever they play, regardless of the seed. So we'll see. But it looks like they're going to get this win over the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah.
So looking like
I was going to say, you don't have to worry about that. It's only 20 seconds left. They're up 109 to 101. So it looks like they're going to be locked in at that 7 seed. So
definitely.
I know that's kind of who Marcus is rooting for, but I think we got you now, or no? Oh, no. Still no.
No.
We're working on our lip reading, though. And you got all kinds of love coming in, rocking the fresh MJ shirt.
Yeah.
Pop says, hello, Marcus. I think that's a little goat on there. And Stephanie said, what's up as well. We even got multiple views, too. We got the close-up cam. So, yeah, we'll see what's up with that.
I don't know what's going on. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, we got you now.
But it's probably a bad audio. I don't know, my mic not working. I'm in the studio, so I try to rush in here, but you can hear the music going on. We getting things ready for Easter, so it's kind of crazy in here right now. So I apologize for the noise.
It sounded pretty good.
Yeah, but the Nets, they're gonna win this game. I think they'll beat the Celtics in 6. I hope Simmons coming back so they go for a title run. But if he don't come back, it's gonna be kind of tough for them to beat Milwaukee. But I think it's good for basketball right now. So we'll see.
Yeah. Who do you like? Mavs, Jazz.
Mavs, Jazz. I got Jazz winning that one. They have more of a complete team, and I think Luka is kind of limpy right now too. So I don't know how he's gonna be.
Yeah,
limpy. Yeah, with the strained calf.
Yeah, limpy is the right word.
Yeah, so I got the Jazz probably winning that one.
76ers, Raptors.
Oh, 76ers is going to sweep them in that one. So
okay,
they got that one. Yeah,
that's what's up. Okay, I'd love to see that. And then Warriors, Nuggets.
Warriors, Nuggets. Well, Jamal Murray still not coming back, right?
Not yet. They said maybe later on if it goes, depending on how far it goes, but not the first couple of games at least.
I got Warriors in 6 on that one too.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay, who do you like tonight? Clippers versus the Timberwolves in the play-in game tonight.
Paul George has been playing really good lately, so they've been playing good without him all season too. So add him on there, I think they'll definitely win this one too.
Yeah, I think I got the Clippers going through us too. I think that'll be a good matchup in the first round if that happens. Memphis versus the Clippers, because the Clippers, if they get hot at the right time, they still have a lot of weapons. So
so if Clippers win tonight, they 7 seed.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So the winners of tonight go in, and then the losers of tonight play the winners of tomorrow. So that's kind of how it goes.
So it will be Timberwolves against who? The Pelicans?
The Pelicans or the Spurs. So depending on who wins that one.
Okay, so Timberwolves versus Spurs. Spurs gonna win that one.
Yeah. So this is how it is too, but it's kind of like so confusing. But tomorrow's games on the bottom here, whoever loses is automatically out, and then whoever wins will play the losers of today. So
got it.
So we'll see how it goes. Unc said I wasn't supposed to talk about this team, so y'all can talk about this if you guys want to.
You talk about it if you want to.
Yeah, I seen it, and I actually had no problem with what he did because the reason why West said what he said is because everybody blamed him for everything. So he had to. Vogel is gone now, so he could say what he wanted to say. So you could tell him and Vogel had a good relationship. So I think he kind of put out there like trying to let everybody know I didn't come in like that, but he didn't like me or he didn't really like my game. So I think got off his chest. So some people had a problem with him saying what he said. I had no problem with it. I kind of agree. He should have said it. So he's not part of the organization no more. So say what you got to say. So that happened. I think he knows too. He's not gonna be there next year anyway. So it's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt him in a way either. So I think he said what he had to say. So I had no problem with it.
I actually agree with you, Marcus. I think he, the entire year he had to kind of go the entire time with like him being the scapegoat. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh, it's Russell's fault. It's Russell's fault. Russ doesn't fit with AD and LeBron, and this and that. And he, like a true, composed athlete and gentleman, he could have just easily said everything he wanted to say that was going on within the team and didn't. You know what I mean? So, like Marcus said, Vogel's gone. It is what it is at this point. He's probably not going to be with them next year. I don't know. I think AD might be gone. But we'll see what happens. And I did like how he kind of mentioned that he was saying that they were saying let Russ be Russ, and he said that was true or something like that. But we'll see, man. I hope we can turn things around and just have a better season and go with a clearer mindset next year.
Well, it actually don't matter. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer anyway, so
Right.
it don't matter. He at this point, I think he won a championship, so about better season. And it had a stat that came out. He had plenty of seasons like this before. He had a bad shooting season, and he's still a Hall of Famer. So he's gonna be who he is. I think he go to the Pacers next year and probably play in a better role there. So we'll see how they go. I think he might go to Hornets too next year with Jordan. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. I think the only other NBA news, really, Monty Williams did get announced Coach of the Year, second year in a row, voted by his peers today. So,
but that's not the NBA Coach of the Year, though, right? Because last year, Thibodeau won it last year, right?
No, Monty won it last year too.
Yeah,
No,
Monty Williams.
Thibodeau won last year.
I thought they were saying this is his second year in a row winning it.
But you're right, though. Maybe there are multiple awards, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's an NBA. I think it's like maybe it's something, but I think Thibodeau won last year. I thought he won last year too, but it was Thibodeau who won. I lost a bet with that too, so that's how I know.
We got to get money back. I don't know. It says he's been voted National Basketball Coaches Association's Coach of the Year for a second consecutive time. So
yeah,
maybe that's
NBA,
like not the NBA though.
Yeah.
Got you. So that's like the voting of his peers.
I lost a lobster dinner with that, so that's all I know. It's terrible, man.
Lobster dinner, where at?
Well, no, the bet was if I was wrong, I gotta buy him a lobster dinner, so that's how it went. So I have to buy a lobster.
Got you.
That's what's up though. No, I was just trying to find out where the spot was. But yeah, so coaches won. So we'll see about the NBA award if that differs. But yeah, and then more awards obviously come: MVP, Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, all that stuff. We'll kind of report on that as they're revealed throughout the playoffs. But that's what that is. Oh, Pops, by the way, he said Suns won't even make the finals this year. I think it's gonna be. I don't know. The West is. I don't know.
I think they're getting it in with injuries again. I think they get in again. So I don't know who's gonna beat them. So I hope you're right, Pops. I hope you're right, man. You normally are right. So hey.
I think nobody looks strong enough to compete with them except for the Memphis Grizzlies. I think the Grizzlies, and obviously they'll meet them in the Western Conference Finals if that's the case. But
that'll be the showdown. Yeah.
Yeah, if the Grizzlies can't get them, I don't think anybody else can.
Gotcha. All right, that's what's up. Well, we're setting a good pace. Like we said, wasn't too much NFL talk, so clip through NBA. Let's go ahead and hit our last official topic of the night. Let's make it happen.
I gotta make a little. Lucas said, "Pops is." I don't know what that means, man. So you kind of like gotta announce yourself with that because we don't have that here. So hopefully it's a Pops.
Oh,
said.
Yeah, Lucas, come on now. Pops, we might have to have a little debate then between Lucas and Pops. I think that would be pretty dope because Lucas, you know what I'm saying, that's Pops for real. So, you can say that, but say why, you know what I'm saying? We provide opinions and all that. We can learn from each other, but let's see what you're thinking. And Bobby, thank you for joining. We appreciate both of y'all joining in. Bobby, Nets just locked the 7th seed, so that's what's up. All right. Yeah, but why, Lucas? Is what we're saying, though. Is it because the Suns are making the finals or what? We'll see. Okay. We'll keep it moving, though, as we can continue to proceed. Appreciate that. Oh, he's saying the Suns are unstoppable. That's why. So we'll see. Okay. This might be the Suns' year, but thank you, Lucas, for clarifying. Appreciate that. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see it play out, though. Definitely, it starts this weekend. And Bobby, we miss you too for sure. But that's what's up. Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's go ahead and hit the last official topic of the evening.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports. All right, other sports. Baseball is officially underway, and a couple of things going on, but obviously, you know what I'm saying, in a 162 game series, it's way too early to really take anything, much of anything from the MLB games that we've seen so far. But one thing that was pretty cool is Twins for the Padres and the Giants pitched against each other yesterday. One got a save while handing his brother the loss. So that's what's up. First time ever that identical twins have pitched against each other in the major leagues. And with baseball being around so long, it's I mean, they always come up with funny stats, but it's rare to see something that's never happened before. So that's what's up. That was pretty cool. They came out to take pictures and they actually delivered the lineup cards, which was pretty cool. But I wish they would have. I couldn't find a better picture than them in their actual uniform. So that's what it is. But one trend so far, a lot of pitchers are using the electronic device and using that new way to signal in the pitches. So that's pretty cool. But Marcus, you said you're not rolling with that, right?
No, man, I don't like that stuff because when it start getting cold, we see how it works then, And it's 2022. You got hackers that can always hack into stuff like that, or somebody can use that to their advantage. So, but hey, I like tradition myself, so I don't know.
Got you. Strizzy, I can't remember. Are you rocking with the electronics or what? You gonna try it out?
I said like we'll see how it goes. You know what I mean? But always trying to be new and innovative. You know what I'm saying? Trying to progress. You know what I mean? So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. So far though, the pitchers are liking it. Last thing on here though, we have Vin Scully, who was named. He got the Baseball Digest Lifetime Achievement Award, only the second person ever to get the Lifetime Achievement Award. He started in 1949 and then retired in 2016. So 67 years behind the mic. Pretty legit there. And yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I always liked hearing him and his voice. But moving on from baseball, I do want to get our number one golf reporter on the scene right now. Marcus, what did you think about the Masters?
The Masters was outstanding this year. It's the Super Bowl of golf, so Tiger took the main at the beginning of the Masters this week on Thursday because everybody was watching Tiger. He made the cut, which was amazing. So that was his win for him. I don't think he. Of course, you're a competitor. You're gonna say you want to win, but I know he kind of think he didn't think he was gonna win it because it was kind of tough because he had to do the physical part of it, and he was so tired, man. But the thing about it is, for Tiger, I know he's gonna win a couple more majors because a lot of his shots on Thursday and Friday was like so close. He missed so little things he normally makes. So I think he'll make up for that. He hadn't played almost over a year, so he looked good. I love that swing is still there. It's just the leg part is going to get better and stronger as he goes. So look out for Tiger. But Scottie is one of my favorite golfers. Tiger's number one, then Dustin Johnson, then Scottie. And I'm happy for him. He's real hot right now. He's 4 for 6 right now.
Yeah,
he's doing his thing, man. And it kind of got close with him and Cam Smith. Cam came, but I think the pressure was kind of a little hard. The 12th hole kind of killed him, and he was done. But Scottie, I think he's one of the hottest golfers right now. He's going to be pretty good. In the future for golf too, so I'm happy for him and his family, man. It was really cool, man, to see him win the Masters. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was funny. We talked about it on the weekend. I was like, is there any chance that they make a run or whatever? But he was so out far in front. It was his to finish. But that was what's up. Yeah, and as far as Tiger goes, just to see him complete it was awesome. Got the picture there from his final putt, and his kind of send off. He got a big ovation because, as we know, it's not the same. Golf is not the same without Tiger. So
yeah. 100%.
Strizzy, when are we going to see you back out swinging the sticks?
Oh man, I want to get back out there soon. To be honest with you, I was watching it as well, man. I was talking to Trevor over this weekend on Saturday. I think Scottie had a 5-stroke lead, and at a certain point to win the Masters, he was like plus 100 with that 5-stroke lead, and I was like, I think about getting in because he's been hot, man. He's been really hot these last couple months. So I really wanted to get in on him. And then I think Johnson had I think he was pretty close. I think he was behind 5, tied for second at the time. But he had like a plus 1900. So I was like, I'm just gonna sprinkle a little something on it, see what happens.
Yeah.
but it was great, man. I was fully engaged with it. I was watching it all weekend too. It was dope, dude. It was kind of cool to see him win another one. So congrats to Scottie, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, golf is going crazy right now. They showed maybe 3 to 4 years ago how golf was cool, but it wasn't like it is now. It showed a difference of right now, 3 or 4 years ago. It's like a whole nother level right now, man. So It's kind of cool.
I agree.
I think you know what I think it is too, Marcus? I think part of it is that like our generation is we're starting to get to an age where we can appreciate it. It's not just the generation before us now. So I think like the last like 4 or 5 years, I think that's what it's been. It's been we're getting older. So now we're starting to appreciate the sport and how difficult it is in playing it. You know what I mean? So I think that has a big deal to do with it as well as why it's getting so popular.
Agreed. No, agreed.
Like 10 years ago, you couldn't catch me watching golf. Now I'd be on it. I'd just be watching.
That's what's up. No, that's what's up. It is definitely cool. It is definitely great to see it become more popular, bigger, especially with what we have out here with the Waste Management Open. And I'm still waiting though, Tiger. I'm still upset with Tiger a little bit because the mini golf place is not open yet. So we're still waiting for that. That was supposed to open in the fall, but we'll be there when that opens. Other thing I got on here is soccer. Chelsea was eliminated and Bayern Munich today from the Champions League. The other matchups on the right-hand side are happening tomorrow, but we're down to the quarterfinals and almost to the semis. So after tomorrow, we'll be down to the last four for the Champions League. So we'll see what's up with that. Other sports notes is NASCAR. Oh, go ahead.
No, I had one question about soccer. I seen that day. I don't know if it's old or it happened today or yesterday. It was one of the soccer player, they was giving him water or something like that. It was kind of a big deal. I guess he was fasting or something. So they stopped the game for him to like get something to drink or something like that. Did you hear about that?
Oh, is he doing Ramadan?
Yeah, that has happened before for Ramadan. Yeah, where if there's our players that are fasting, sometimes what'll happen is if the game like crosses sundown, that they'll go ahead and let them like get some water. Basically, like when that happens, kind of take like a unofficial timeout, basically.
So they haven't had any water the whole day or something. That's what it is. That's the first time I'm getting something.
Right, because they're fasting. So with Ramadan, I believe and I don't know, exactly. So don't quote me, but I believe you'd have to wait until sundown to eat or to drink. So
yeah, so they can drink water. Water is okay, but that's like the only thing that they can have. And then when sun goes down, that's when they can eat during sundown to sunrise. So they probably stopped letting me some crackers.
Maybe extra water or something. Maybe they just took an extra break or something, understanding that he was fasting. But
he had like a special kind of cup. So I think it might have been like a smoothie or something. It was more thicker than like I think water. So that's probably what it was.
Oh, okay.
Probably some type of actual like calories to get him in.
Well, then that might have been after sundown. Then that's why they were like, let him get some nutrients, I guess. Yeah. So, but they have made exceptions like that. They do make exceptions like that. Which is pretty cool,
Yeah.
Soccer's all about trying to be accepting, and especially because soccer is like really, truly like the one sport that's played all around the world.
Yeah, sure.
For real. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. One other thing I was going to mention is NASCAR this weekend is the dirt race. So on Sunday afternoon, it's going to be they're going to race on dirt, which is always really pretty cool. They did it last year for the first time in a long time, so we'll see what's up with that, but honestly, I've been really into NASCAR lately.
Yeah. So NASCAR, they do their normal cars too on dirt.
Yeah, they're gonna do their normal these new next generation cars, but they're gonna do them on dirt. So it'll be interesting. Last year, a lot of dirt was kicking up, but I guess they figured out a way to pack it down. But they basically just brought in all this dirt and covered one of the tracks with it. So we'll see. It should be pretty cool. So that's what's up. If you guys want to check out something, but I think that was it. I know we're blazing through. This might be record time, just about. So, but like we said, light week as we're preparing for the NFL draft, we're preparing for the playoffs. So, and baseball is just barely getting started. So, anything though you guys wanted to bring out, or do you want to do this or that, or anything like that? Any final say topics?
I don't even have one today.
No, that's okay. That's cool. Marcus, what about you? What have you got going on recently?
I don't know. Nothing crazy, man. Well, I went golfing yesterday, man. So get my driver. I looked pretty good on my driver yesterday, but that putting gotta get together, man. I missed some easy putt yesterday, so gotta do that.
Yeah.
But I can't wait till we all get out there, man. And we do like a little film out there, but we gotta do it soon before it get too hot, man. So
it's true.
Get out there. Yeah.
But these are going to be the tee times I can actually afford now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yesterday it was $20 for me. So at a nice course. So you gotta get out there, man.
All right, that's what's up. Then I got to dust off those clubs. Then, I will end it out by Oh, Kelly says for her final say, if the Suns make it to the finals, I just need them to win. Stop teasing. And it seems like that has been how it has been, right? That they always get that far to the finals, but then not lock it down. So this could be the first. This could be the first championship for the Suns. I'm not sure though. I don't know.
It depends who they play though. They play the Bucks again. That number 34 is gonna be too much for them. They still have no stopper for that. So
yeah, it'll be a good playoffs though. I like the fact that there's just a lot more teams in the mix. I feel like it's a little bit more unpredictable than it has been. You know what I'm saying? And in the last like 4 or 5 years. So, all right. True. I will end it off with this though. Another sad news today. Gilbert Godfrey passed. So Pop said, don't forget to pay homage to your boy. Definitely not sports related, but yeah, Gilbert Godfrey is my favorite comedian, like my favorite comedian for real, hands down. And actually, Strizzy and I got the chance to go see him a couple of years ago, for my birthday. Yeah. And so that's what's up. We all took the picture together with him. So I'm glad we have those memories and got to see that. But yeah, rest in peace, Gilbert Godfrey. Definitely a funny dude. So. And
crazy thing about him too, I always thought his eyes were like this. I always thought he was like that. So they showed a picture today. His eyes were like normal. I'm like, I never knew that. I always thought he was one of those. You know how he talked like that. So
right.
And he's in so many movies, man. Growing up with him.
Yeah. The best ones too. My pops and I quote it all the time though. Is from his appearance in Beverly Hills Cop 2 when he's Sidney Bernstein. Like he's only in that movie for like 1 minute, but he just like steals that movie. Like it is so funny. Like I love that. So definitely.
Yeah, Problem Child for sure. That's the thing.
Problem Child's a good one too. Yeah.
But I had one thing. I just saying real quick is he said love you Bell, but not gonna happen. Bell. So I would never call Kelly again, right? That's our nickname, Bell?
Oh, Bell, yeah. That's
so from now on, Kelly, I'm gonna call you Bell. That's it. I see the nickname. I'm going with it.
There it is. Yeah, it's out there now. But yeah, she goes by Bell too. Not to be confused with our other Bell that joins in too. So that's what's up. We got a lot of mismatching going on. But that's what's up though. Oh yeah, and the couch guest today is Hey. This little rooster, and he's from Moana, and he does his little rooster thing, and so I hope I'm gonna be able to do a funny video though, because there's some roosters down the street from me, and they always be going off like in the middle of the night. So I'm gonna try to get some a footage of him with his brothers out there doing their thing. We're gonna go viral with that one. So all right, that's what's up though. I do want to say though so much. We appreciate the comments, the engagement, the likes. All that, the time that you guys spend with us, whether you're watching it live or later on, we really sincerely appreciate it. We love being here each and every Tuesday to chat sports with you guys. So that's what it is. That was Say Like Champ episode 137. It's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Shizzy.
And remember, y'all, it's talk